Welcome everybody to the Essential Oils 101 class that I'm going to be teaching today. First off, I just want to make sure that once you get here, if you can like my Facebook page and write your name in like in the comments somewhere if you want to be eligible for the giveaway at the end, because that's how I will choose the person for the giveaway if your name's in the comments. So yeah, I'll check on that a bit later, but if everybody could do that, that would be great. And so I'm going to get started. So my name is Erica. I've been using essential oils for about 4 or 5 years now. I recently started pursuing the business side of it and teaching others and sharing. And so it's really exciting to me to be able to do this class and share with you a little bit about what I've learned about essential oils and why I love them so much. All right, so here we go. So first of all, let me just move my little video here. So what are essential oils? First, good question to ask. If, you know, I didn't really, it's kind of a vague concept sometimes. Like I thought essential oils were just kind of like a perfume. Like it was kind of like vague in my mind, like what is it really? So to break it down, essential oils are the lifeblood of plants. So like if you think about our bodies and how we have blood in it and the blood transports like, you know, nutrients or whatever it does like throughout our body, that's what the essential oil does to a plant. So that's why they call it essential, because it's essential to the plant. It's like the source of life for the plant. And the oils itself contain like these hormone-like compounds, really tiny compounds in different variations that have different therapeutic properties. And so that's where essential oils get their different properties from, is because each plant has their own specific compounds associated with that oil within the plant. Another thing that they do is initiate regeneration of the cells. We're going to talk a little bit more about what happens in the body when essential oils get into the body, what happens. So yes, they are essential. They have the unique ability to penetrate cell membranes and diffuse through blood and tissues. So basically, they cross the blood-brain barrier. And if you've ever heard of that, basically if something gets into your blood, it can basically affect your brain. There's like a connection there. And that happens because the essential oil compounds are so small. They're tiny, tiny, tiny that they can pass through. And that's why, you know, when you diffuse essential oils into the air, the particles are so small that you just breathe them in and they go into your body, affecting all of your like organs and systems and things like that. Each essential oils have protective properties related to the plant that they came from. And that's what gives them the healing and medicinal properties that is specific to that plant. And some of these compounds also can be called constituents. These can be affected, like the potency of them can be affected by the soil conditions, if their fertilizer has been used, you know, or other pesticides, where in the world that they're grown, the climate, how they're harvested, how they're distilled. All this can affect the potency and the quality of them, which is why not all essential oils are the same. And this is really important to keep in mind when essential oils are pretty much everywhere. Like you can find them at Target or Walmart, and you can find them in like everyday places. And so how do you know like if it's a good one or not, or if it's a quality one or not? And I think there'll be another slide that talks about how many essential oils are combined with fillers and chemicals, not only in the, once they're distilling the oil into the bottle, they'll like add a bunch of stuff to it to kind of fill it up and make it stretch. But also if the plant itself is harvested in or grown in like a non-organic conditions, like if they use pesticides on their plants, essentially that plant is going to have pesticides on it, and then the essential oil is going to have pesticides in it. So even if the company itself didn't add extra chemicals or something to it, if the plants themselves are not grown in organic, pure manner, then it's affecting the essential oil and the quality of it. And so essential oils have been used for thousands of years. Literally, they've been mentioned in the Bible. In biblical times, they were used. You might have heard of frankincense. It's a popular one from the Bible. Frankincense and myrrh, they were given to Jesus as gifts when he was born. And that was mentioned in the Bible. And just throughout history, essential oils have been used as a method of trade, or, you know, like a really quality thing that people would buy and give and trade and sell. And they've come back into popularity nowadays for different reasons, maybe, but they definitely have been around a lot longer than they're popular right now. But they've, you know, it's essentially man's first medicine is essential oils, because all they didn't have the technology and the different medicines and things that we have. And so they used plants, and they would make their own. They would make the essential oil, and they would use it for different purposes. And so I think that's really cool that we can actually still do that, and we can access these properties of the plants that are so powerful. And we'll get into each different kinds of plants and what those kind of benefits are in a little bit. Let me move this. So why Young Living? So Young Living is the company that I buy my essential oils from. And there are several reasons why I do that. And so I'll be talking about their process, and so you can make an informed decision for yourself too, because there are a lot of companies out there, and it's kind of overwhelming sometimes to know which ones to buy or what the differences are. So a little bit about Young Living was pioneered by Gary Young, was the starter of it. He started growing essential oils like in his home, basically in his yard. And it's grown into, you know, they have farms all over the world that they grow the plants themselves. They also have some partner farms that are like very carefully selected and completely organic from seed to seal. And there's another slide that will talk more about that, but farms all over the world, organic. It's turned into like $1 billion industry, company with really high standards. And that's what I love so much about this company is that their standards are so high, and the quality of their oils is so above and beyond. And related to the farms, there's a whole bunch of essential oil companies. And when people have called other essential oil companies to ask if they can see their farms and visit their farms, they're told no. They're told no, we don't have access to the farm, or we can't allow public to see the farm, or we don't deal directly with the farm, or they outsource it. And there's posts from people who have literally called 20 different essential oil companies to ask to see their farms, and the only one that said yes, you can see our farms is Young Living. They have a really open door policy in terms of allowing the public to come and see how the plants are grown, as well as see the distillation process, and everything is just very transparent. And so I really like that about them. Seed to seal is their kind of promise, that from the seed to when the bottle is all sealed up, that every step of that process is quality. And so from the sourcing, how do they get their farms, how do they source their farms? They have third-party validation for every step of their process, so they're not just relying on themselves to say like, hey, we're great, but they're bringing in a third-party objective person that's like not connected to Young Living at all, and they're having them view their system and make sure that it's up to par. They do a ton of research and science to make sure that their oils are always containing the highest amount of the compounds that they should be, and that those compounds are not like degraded or lowered because of different factors. So they make sure that those compounds and the like properties of the oils are at their peak. So really high standards there. This I talked about seed to seal, and that anyone can see their farms. You can go to seedtoseal.com to read a lot more about that. 100% organic, therapeutic grade. So that's another term to look out for with essential oils, that they should be therapeutic grade. So there's some essential oils that are not therapeutic grade, and there's a big difference. So meaning they would have like fillers, chemicals, things added to them so that the therapeutic properties are diminished or lost completely in some cases. And move this over here. So essential oils can reach every cell in your body within 20 minutes when you apply it topically to your skin. So that's amazing, like every cell in your body. And there's not a lot of other things that can do that. Some other things they can do, they can eliminate toxins from your body. They help support the different systems of the body, so the digestive system, the nervous system, the muscular system. They can really like get in there and like work in all different levels with your body. They can promote cellular regeneration, and again, pass through the blood-brain barrier, which is how they can affect emotions. And that's why essential oils are different than most perfumes or other kind of fragrances that are filled with different things. The pure essential oil, when it passes through to the brain, and it goes into the limbic system of your brain, and that's what affects the emotions. And so your emotions are literally being affected by the oil, and whatever the property of that oil is. So whether it's like an energizing or uplifting oil, or it's like a very calming oil, you know, each one has different properties and they can affect your emotions that way, which I think is really cool. They can help relax and clear the mind, transport nutrients, remove toxins from the air. So if you're diffusing it, it can actually remove, you know, toxic stuff from the air, rather than just masking it with like a scent. You know, you might spray something in a room and try and mask a scent, but this will actually like clear the air of whatever toxic thing is in there. Even if you don't smell anything, there's particles in there that, you know, you can clear out. So it's a really great alternative to like other kinds of fragrances or sprays. And so yes, they do a heck of a lot more than just smell good. They're truly powerful. So there's 3 ways you can use essential oils. Aromatically, which is through sense of smell, topically, which is on your skin, and internally, which is by ingesting it. And we'll talk about each one here a little bit. So aromatically just means you breathe it in, usually through a diffuser. You add some drops of essential oil to a diffuser with some water, and it diffuses into the air. And you breathe it in that way. You can also just open a bottle and smell it, or if you have it on your hands, you can smell it that way and breathe in. But basically aromatically is breathing it in. And when you breathe it in, again, like I was saying, it can have a really strong impact on your mood, because you're breathing it in, it's going past into your brain and going up, affecting the limbic system and your moods. And there's a ton of research on, you know, aromatherapy and, you know, the effect of essential oils on mood. Really interesting to check out a lot of research and articles that have been done about it, you know, not just take anyone's word for it, but there's a lot of research out there that is good to look into to know all of the kind of science behind it. Topically means apply directly to the body, usually diluted with some kind of a carrier oil. So that would be like a coconut oil, grapeseed oil, olive oil, any kind of like moisturizing type of oil would be a carrier oil. And then you add in the essential oil is super concentrated. So it's not like you just slather on a bunch of it, you know, a drop or two at a time of the essential oil mixed in with the carrier oil allows it to get into the body better, and you won't have like a reaction to it if it's very strong. There are some oils that are considered hot oils, which means that you should always use a carrier oil because it could mess with your skin, just because of it super concentrated. So you need to kind of dilute that out. Some examples of the hot oils are peppermint, clove, thieves, and panaway, which are like blends of things like spearmint and clove and mint and things like that are considered hot oils. Yes, they're absorbed within 20 minutes. I mentioned that. Usually the way to apply topically is in a roller bottle. So you have a little roller bottle. You fill like say 10 to 20 drops of an essential oil and the rest with carrier oil. And then you basically can just roll it on. You can roll it on your wrists, roll it on your neck, roll it on your feet. Those are some popular places because they're easily absorbed. It's like a very thin either a very thin skin place where it can easily be absorbed, or your feet are connected to a lot of different organs. So by applying it on your feet, then it goes up through your body very easily that way. And roller bottles are found on Amazon, everywhere. Etsy has a lot of inexpensive roller bottles. So you can just like make a ton of different blends and have them around the house. Internally is another way to use essential oils. However, there's a word of caution with this. Not every essential oil is created equal, and not everyone feels comfortable, even with really, really high quality essential oils, to take them internally. So it's a personal decision, and it's based also on other, medical issues you might have going on. Really do your research about whether or not it's right for you. But in terms of the quality of Young Living essential oils taken internally, they have an entire line called the Vitality line, which means they're safe for consumption. And yeah, they comply with the GRAS, which is generally regarded as safe label. So the Vitality oils are safe enough to be ingested, but they are still essential oils, super concentrated. So 1 drop is really all you would put. Like if you say, here's a picture of lime. Normally, if you have an actual lime, you would probably squeeze half of it or a whole thing in there. But with the essential oil, it's really like 1 drop, because there's so much plant matter that goes into this essential oil bottle that, it's like triple, quadruple, 10 times sometimes the potency of just like buying a lemon or buying a lime. So it's something to keep in mind, to be very cautious about how much you're using if you take it internally, and the quality. But there's different ways, you can add it to tea and water. You can put it also in capsules. So they have these little clear capsules that are digestible, I guess. So you can kind of open them up and put stuff in it and make your own little like pill. So you can do that, adding like a drop of your chosen oil and fill the rest with a carrier oil, like an olive oil, and then take it like you would a pill. Some people do that. All right, so oils and safety. A little bit about that. Just to make sure that, using oils in the correct way, and to make them last long too. So each bottle of oil, if you pull back the label, it'll tell you how to use it, basically. If you need to dilute it or anything like that. It's also good to store oils in a cool, dark place. So don't let them out in direct sunlight or a place where they can get really hot and sunny, I guess, because it can make the oil like evaporate. You don't want that. And oils should always be stored in glass containers, not plastic. So if you ever were to like put some oils in your own plastic thing, the plastic itself can like leach into the oil, and you don't want that, especially for any of the Vitality oils. You don't want any kind of like chemical plastic stuff leaching into the oil. Essential oil should never be put in your eyes, but if you do get it in your eyes on accident, the thing to do is rinse it with a carrier oil, not water. So that's a good point to realize, is that water might seem like the natural thing to do when you get something in your eye, but it's actually a carrier oil because it's an oil, and oil and water don't mix. the carrier oil will actually help get it out of your eye. And oils with kids need to be extra diluted. And there's a ton of charts online about what dilution ratios for what age of kids you have. And those are always important to look up. If you do have kids and you want to use them, essential oils can be very safe to use on kids, but they need to be diluted in the right amount. And also, some oils are photosensitive, meaning you shouldn't go in the sun after you use them. Lemon is one of these oils because it can cause your skin to burn. So it's good to know just not to sort of slather yourself in an oil and then go out, to the beach or something. Small areas like maybe behind your neck or on your wrist or something like that should be fine. But, like on your face, I'd probably avoid certain oils like that if you're going out in the sun. So oils and pets, a lot of people have questions about this. Are oils safe to be around their pets? Diffusing it or even just having it around. So the short answer, there's a short answer, I guess, and a long answer short answer is yes, they're safe, but you have to know kind of like which ones, as well as your own pet. So there's a little bit of personalization to it, that not all oils are going to affect all pets the same. Young Living does have a line of animal scent products that are specifically for animals and safe for animals, but also in general. So let's say if you have cats or dogs, really, like if you're diffusing an oil, it's best to just make sure that the animal has somewhere they can go to hide if they don't like the scent, like another room. They can leave the room. They're not stuck in there if they don't like the scent, because animals, dogs and cats especially, have a lot stronger noses than we do, and so they smell it like at a much stronger degree. So sometimes it's just they're not used to it, and it's kind of off-putting. There's also some of oils you might want to avoid if you have cats. And some of these are clove, eucalyptus, cinnamon, citrus, pine, ling-ling, tea tree, thyme, wintergreen. And there's research that some of it could be toxic to cats. Most of this research is done, like the quality of those oils makes a big difference. So a lot of what the issues that some of these animals had with these oils is not the oil itself necessarily, but the chemicals and fillers that were added to it is part of what they're responding to or reacting to. But in general, to be on the safer side, avoid diffusing certain ones in the air that either have a history of being toxic to them, or until you can understand like how they're going to respond. Like if you have a little bit on your hand and let them smell it and see their reaction, that can tell you a lot about whether or not they're going to be sensitive to it or not, or whether or not. So basically it's like go slow. If you have animals, try and give them space and don't just like bombard them with a ton of oils at once. All right, so I'm gonna get into like some individual oils and their properties and benefits and things you can do with them. So lavender is probably the most known essential oil there is, even for people that don't even really know or use essential oils. Lavender is one that they probably have heard of before. So lavender, considered the Swiss Army knife of all oils, because it's just useful in so many different ways. You can just bring out that Swiss Army knife and do like a ton of different things with your lavender. So some of the things you can do, lavender is really good for, like if you get a mosquito bite, it can help stop the itch. If you have any kind of like scratch or skin abrasion or anything, it's very soothing to that. It can help that get better. You can rub it on straight from the bottle. You don't even have to dilute unless it's with a child. But that's been really helpful, especially in the summer with mosquitoes and everything. This one is really good. You can drop a drop of it in a tube of mascara, and it actually helps your lashes to grow like longer and thicker, which I never knew before recently. So that was really awesome to know, especially not having to buy, you know, all these expensive lash plumpers or whatever. You just kind of drop a lavender in there. It's also really good for seasonal support. So, you know, sniffles and, you know, in the springtime, all those seasonal issues. Lavender combined with lemon and peppermint, specifically that trio, works really well together to relieve some of those symptoms. It's really soothing to the skin. So if you're out in the sun for a while, you can make a spray with aloe vera and witch hazel and sort of spray it on yourself to, you know, if you get a sunburn or if you're just spent a little bit too much time in the sun and it's really cooling. It's also just very calming in general, so it can promote feelings of relaxation and calm. You can diffuse, you know, at nighttime. It can help with sleep or just like tension in any way. You can also add drops, just like you can add drops to your mascara. You can add drops to lotions and shampoos, and it gives it that extra quality of, you know, moisturizing and helping growth and healthy cells. You can add it to the bath with Epsom salt, super soothing. You can even use the lavender vitality oil. Internally, you can put a drop under your tongue. You can make lavender lemonade, which is really delicious. If you like the taste of lavender, some people don't. It's kind of a, what's that called? Acquired taste. So it's calming. Add it to a roller bottle or roll it on your feet or diffuse it. You can add it if you have those wool dryer balls. So instead of like a dryer sheet to put in your dryer with your clothes, they sell wool dryer balls, and you can just put drops of your chosen essential oil on the wool dryer ball, put it in the dryer, and it infuses your clothes with the scent of that oil. It makes it smell really good. Lavender is also in Young Living makes a bunch of pre-made or pre-mixed lotions and things for babies. So it's been pre-diluted and it's safe for them, and it's calming. So they have a whole line just for babies and kids made with lavender. Peppermint vitality. Peppermint, you can use it to support your digestion. You can drop it into a cup of tea or water. If you're trying to lose weight, it can be a healthy part of, you know, like curbing your appetite. It's also good for any head tension. Just apply, you know, to your temples or your forehead, and it's great for any kind of like tension you're having. It's also good mixed with lavender also to soothe your skin if you're like having a sunburn or something like that on your skin. It can also repel bugs. So this one is really good because ants or any kind of like bug that might come in your house. They do not like to smell peppermint. So I recently had an ant problem and I just went around dropping peppermint everywhere. And I'm seeing like a lot less ants. Like they really don't like it. You can also put it in your garbage can, like a few drops on the bottom of your garbage can, and keep it from smelling stinky. And these are all other things you can do with peppermint. You can add it to recipes. You can, it's really energizing. So you can sniff it if you're, you know, like feeling low energy during your work day or whatever. You can add it to shampoo and it's like super invigorating. You can use it for cleaning. So you can make carpet cleaner, you can diffuse it in a room. Excuse me, you can make a spray bottle with it and spray in like gym bags or other any like smelly kind of area. You can just like freshen up a space with peppermint. Valor. Valor is a blend that Young Living has, made with black spruce, blue tansy, camphor wood, geranium, and frankincense. Valor is one of my top favorite oils. I use it every single day, actually. I have it in a roller bottle and I just roll it on my neck and my wrists every day. The qualities of these different oils that are in Valor, they're known to promote courage and bravery. So if you're feeling like nervous or anxious or worried or anything, it can really just help like bring back a sense of ease and confidence and help out in that area. Help your sort of self-empowerment, which is why I love it so much, because it just, you know, some days you're not feeling all that great and you need that boost. So you can use this one diluted or undiluted, but usually in a roller bottle is a really effective way to use it. I even used it during labor. I brought it with me when I was going to the hospital in labor. Yep. And other things it can do, it helps. This is one of the emotional oils. So some oils are good for like cleaning purposes. Some oils are good for like energizing purposes or calming purposes. And this one really affects the emotions. So it can help restore emotional balance, especially used over time, which is why I like using it every day, because when you use an oil every day, you know, it builds up over time. And, you know, these are not like magic type of things, you know, it's a tool, but you have to be consistent with using it to really reap the best results from it. So apply it on the spine and the back. So a Valor is also known as chiropractor in a bottle, which is really cool because it helps like align your bones and promotes balance like within your body too. So not only within your emotions, but like within your body. So if you have any kind of like back issues, this can really help support balance there. Stiffness and tension and stuff like that. It's good for before and after workouts. It's also good for relaxation, de-stressing. Oh, and if you have someone like a husband or a partner who snores, diffusing it at bedtime is supposed to help that. I have not yet experienced that because I don't have anyone that snores in my house, but I have read that, and so it's interesting if you know someone to try it out. Let me know. Lemon vitality. So this is another, the vitality can be ingested as well as used for cleaning and other things. But So you can use it for recipes, cooking, baking, drop of water in your morning, drop in your tea with honey. Just, I guess, any way you would use lemon, but you would just use a very small amount of the oil, 1 drop or so. Lemon helps boost the immune system. It can also help with weight loss efforts. That, along with peppermint, is really helpful. Lemon is super cleansing, so it's cleansing for, you know, cleaning things like counters and kitchens and stuff like that, but it's also cleansing for your skin. So if you have skin issues, lemon can really help freshen up, clear out your pores and things like that. And so incorporating it into, like, say, a lotion or a face cleaner that you have, is really helpful. So in terms of cleaning other things, lemon is like jack of all trades for cleaning stuff. It can, if you have any kind of sticky residue, put some lemon on, it'll come right off. Like, for instance, those jars that you maybe want to take the label off, and then there's always that, like, sticky stuff that's left over that's really hard to get off. Use lemon and it'll come right off. It's great. Any kind of like a greasy thing or sticky thing, lemon is your go-to. Also stains, lemon can really help get out stains. You can make a stain spray or just like add some drops to whatever stain, let it soak in, and then wash it normally. So a really great alternative to some of the more chemical, like, sprays and stuff that you can get out there to get out stains. I did also a whole class on non-toxic cleaning, and I'll try to do that one again, where I talk a lot more about cleaning with lemon and other oils. Okay. Panaway is a blend that contains wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, and peppermint. This one's really good for your muscles. So if you're like super sore, just ran a marathon, just worked out for the first time in 6 months, or whatever it is, like your muscles need some relief, Panaway, mix it with carrier oil, and it's great to massage in to your muscles. Also can be good for head tension, massaging into your temples, your forehead. You can add it to baths. You can use it as a foot massage. You can put it on a cold towel. This one I really like. You put it on a cold towel on a hot day or after you work out, and it's super soothing. You can, just like put it all on your neck and cool down. Dozes is another blend, specifically that is great for digestion. So any kind of digestive issues, roll it on your stomach area, or if you have, like, I've had heartburn type of stuff before, rub it on your chest, or neck, like right where you would have heartburn, and it's really relieving for those kinds of issues. So you can put it on topically, like on your skin, or you can take it internally. It does not taste very good, so if you were to do that, I would recommend like one of the pill things that you can make, or to just roll it on. One of the oils in there is fennel, which fennel is known for helping with digestion. It also has a lot of other antioxidants and high concentrations of all of these little volatile compounds, menthol, limonene, camphor, all those things. Okay, the guys, yeah, I mentioned those. Citrus Fresh is another blend. It has orange, tangerine, grapefruit, spearmint, and lemon. Great, along with lemon, it has a lot of, it's good for a lot of the same things that lemon is good for, but it just contains more different variety of oils. So it can help with energizing, mental clarity, along with purifying the air. So it's great, like when you're cleaning, just have this like fresh smell, and it really takes out the toxins in the air. This one is one of the photosensitive oils, so would avoid putting it like on your face or in your body before going out in the sun. But since it's a vitality oil, it can be used in cooking and baking and things like that. Great in the summertime. You know, you could use it for dressings for salad or sauces for salmon and chicken, things like that. And in general, it's great for just like boosting your energy levels. Any kind of like smelly or stinky area, same with peppermint, you know, just like use citrus is great for that. You can also add it to your shampoo if you want to lighten and brighten your hair. And it increases the shine. So, you know, that's great, especially in the summer. You might want to lighten up your hair and also not have it get all dried out. You can add it to body wash, facial cleansers, lotions, anything. You can just add a few drops to it to get the benefits. Raven oil is another blend containing eucalyptus, ravensara, lemon, wintergreen, and peppermint. Great for respiratory support. So great in like the fall and the winter when, you know, you got all that respiratory stuff going on. You can make soothing chest rubs to kind of clear up your sinuses and things like that. Young Living also has a pre-diluted kids line that has these oils in it where you can make like chest rub, but you can also make your own, like a chest rub for your kids, you know, if they're sniffly or whatever. But it does need to be diluted. If you don't buy the pre-diluted one, it does need to be diluted for kids. You can add it to the shower to have like a refreshing shower experience. You can also, same with like the peppermint and the panaway, you can add it to a cold washcloth, and it's really refreshing and soothing after a workout or like on a hot day. Stress Away is one of my favorites. This is another one of the emotional oils. Great to just either diffuse or add in a roller bottle. Apply to your wrists, neck, anywhere on your body really, to just promote relaxation and decrease stress. I use this one every day pretty much too. This one is a blend of copaiba, lime, vanilla, cedarwood, and osatia, and lavender. And it really smells like you're at a tropical island, like on a vacation. It's really great scent. So other things you can do is freshen up spaces, create a calming environment wherever you are, whether you're in the car, whether you're out and about, whether you're at home. You know, it'll promote a calm, peaceful feeling. Men like it too, so you can add a few drops and make like a beard oil with coconut or olive oil or something like that, and makes it really shiny. I haven't tried that, or my husband hasn't tried that one yet, but that is, I do want to try it soon, make up a little beard oil. And yeah, this one is just an all over good one. Frankincense is one of the biblical ones, the one that was in the Bible. It's been around forever. So frankincense is from the resin of the Boswellia carteri tree. And Young Living owns their own farm where they grow Boswellia in Oman. So they grow it from seed over in Oman. And so frankincense, again, is good for so many things. It's really calming, relaxing, great for like meditation, yoga, any kind of calming environment that you want to create. But it's also really great for skin. So I make up a roller bottle of frankincense and a carrier oil, like jojoba oil or coconut oil. And you rub it on your face if you have wrinkle lines, anywhere like that. It's really great for your face and supporting like cell regeneration and a youthful appearance. A dewy glow. I love frankincense for that. You can add it to your current like moisturizer or face soap or whatever you have. You can add a few drops to that too. Yeah, Frank, sometimes you just call it Frank. And it is also known as the king of oils and the holy anointing oil. It's been around since ancient Egypt and Africa. They've been using it for years. So it helps with grounding your emotions. You can use it as a massage oil or as a facial toner. You can add it to your shampoo to promote healthy hair. There's a ton of research on frankincense, and these lists could go on and on. I had to stop myself after a certain point, but there's a lot of research out there if you want to do more about specific things you can do with each of these oils or just their history and their benefits. So the thieves oil is great for immune support. So this is a blend, another blend oil. It has clove, eucalyptus, cinnamon, rosemary. It's also the main oil in the Thieves line, which Young Living has, and they have a line of cleaning products. But they also have an essential oil called Thieves that you can use in cleaning as well as like to support your immunity. Ton of DIY cleaning products that you can make with Thieves oil. And as well as you can take it internally, because this is the Thieves Vitality oil. You can put it in a capsule, you can put a drop in your tea or coffee, in your drink or whatever, and you know, over time can help support your immune system. So it's amazing that, you know, an oil that is so pure that it can be used for so many different things, you know, internally and not, and for cleaning and stuff. Like normally you would have stuff under your kitchen cabinets for cleaning. You wouldn't dare, you know, come anywhere near thinking about like ingesting. So that's why essential oils are so great for that. Moving on. Oh, great for teeth. You can make a mixture with baking soda. Make kind of like a natural toothpaste with Thieves. I'm gonna just kind of skip on because I'm already going a little bit over time. Sorry, I'm just checking my thing. Sorry, I got lost my Facebook page. Okay. Peace and calming is another really great one for stress. So you can massage it on your feet, diffuse it for nap time. You know, kids are out of control. Anytime you want a peace and calming environment, you know, use this oil. So this one is a mixture of tangerine, orange, lang lang, patchouli, and blue tansy is what is in there. All right, so some daily rituals that you can do. Sometimes oils can be kind of overwhelming, and it's like, you know, where do you start? Like, how do you use them throughout your day? So some daily rituals that you can do in your morning routine are you can put oils in a diffuser to like energize you, get you pumped up and ready for your day. Things like peppermint, citrus fresh, or valor, anything to kind of like get you up and running. You can add, like I said before, a drop of lavender to your mascara tube when you're getting ready, so you can use it in your facial products and your makeup. You can add a drop of lemon vitality to your water in the morning to really start the day like on a fresh start. Lemon is really cleansing, especially in the morning on an empty stomach. And you can also do the peppermint vitality oil. You can put it in your coffee or hot chocolate. And I also really like to make a roller with thieves and mix it with carrier oil and keep it by the door. So you can roll it on your feet and roll it on your kids' feet too, like before you guys go out for the day, for the work day, for the school day. Roll it on your feet, put it in your socks and shoes, and you know, you're good to go. And over time, consistency is key for this, but you know, to keep your guys' immune systems up. So those are some morning routine ideas. Afternoon slumps. So everyone has this happen to them. I know I do. So some things you can do in the afternoon. Drink 2 ounces of Ningxia Red. I'll be talking about that in another slide, but that is a antioxidant drink that Young Living sells that has tons of antioxidants in it. It's actually made from goji berries, super energizing, and it has a bunch of essential oils in it, so you're getting the benefit of that. Take a whiff of peppermint or a drop of Panaway. Rub it into your temples. If you have some head tension, you know, while you're working or whatever, you could tame those tantrums from the kids, really create a calming atmosphere in the afternoon with peace and calming is really good for that, you know, just like set the tone for a good afternoon and avoid that kind of witching hour that can happen with kids when they just get ramped up or too tired. Also for homework time, lemon is really good, helps them focus. There's also a whole separate line that Young Living has just for kids called Kid Sense, and they have an oil that's really great for homework as well, and like maintaining focus. And you can also put some drops on the cold towel, like I was talking about, and really like cool down in the afternoon, can perk you up. So daily rituals in the evening. You can use the Degais for any like tummy issues you might be having, you ate too much for dinner, whatever. And you can also make roller blends to put by you or your kid's bedside. You know, lavender, stress away, things like that. Roll it up and down their spine or put it on the bottoms of your feet. before bed, and that can become a nice ritual and habit to get into to really set the tone for good sleep. Diffuse frankincense, another one of those peaceful, calming, relaxing oils. You can give a massage or ask your partner to give you a massage to kind of wind down. And you can put it in your skin creams or make your own roller bottle to make like a wrinkle cream or, you know, whatever kind of lotion you put on for bed. You can do that. There's a ton of DIY projects that can be done with oils. So many things. So the next slide, I think we'll go into some DIY project ideas. You can make bath salts, sugar scrubs. You can make a Dr. Mom wellness cabinet, which, you know, you can make different rollers for, like, one that is for tummy troubles and one that is for, you know, immunity, and one that is for mosquito bites, and one that is for, you know, you can just all the different kinds of ailment things that you might come across in life, and have specific rollers just set up for just for that time. I love that idea. You can make Play-Doh, add some drops to children's Play-Doh. You can make your own cleaning supplies. You can add it to face creams and lotions. You can make your own linen sprays, room sprays, bug sprays. You can make your own roller bottles with all of the emotionally good oils to make kind of like a feelings kit. You know, you can make your roller bottle for, you know, when you're stressed, and you can make your roller bottle when you need like bravery and courage, and roller bottle when you need, you know, to feel perked up. So a lot of different ideas for roller bottles. Oils on a budget. So a lot of feedback I get from people is that oils seem too expensive. And, you know, they don't have an extra money in their budget for them. So just a little bit about oils and how it can be worked within your budget, and how, like, if you look at it long term, how you can actually save money using oils. So one is that oils have a long shelf life. So, you know, if you keep it at room temperature and avoid the sunlight, it can stay good for a really long time, like years. So it really doesn't expire like some other products might, or go bad. So it can really last you a long time. And because they're so concentrated, you don't really use them up all that quickly. So they last a super long time. So, you know, you think about the cost up front, but how long is it actually going to last you is important to keep in mind. So you can replace your other household products. So without buying, like, you know, different kinds of cleaners, different kinds of fragrances, different kinds of candles and all that stuff, you know, if you replace it and use oils for those things, and you're not buying other things. And if you price out, you know, the price per drop, basically, a bottle contains about 250 drops, and you only use a couple drops at a time, it really equals out to pennies per drop. So when you look at it that way, it's actually really cost effective. Roller bottles, you tend to use like 10 to 40 drops, depending. If you use like a few different kinds of oils in there, you might use more. But roller bottles also last a really long time, because you fill the rest with a carrier oil, and, you know, you only rub it on, a little bit gets on at a time, so it lasts a long time. The vitality oils, you only use like a drop, maybe two if you're making like a big recipe. Diffusers, 2 to 6 drops max for a diffuser. And cleaning products, anywhere from 2 to 10 drops to make cleaning products. So you're really getting, like, you can make so many different things from like one bottle of oil. that if you added up all those prices of things, if you bought them separately, it wouldn't even be a like comparison. So yeah, super potent. For instance, one bottle of rose oil, it has 22 pounds. It takes 22 pounds of rose petals to make one bottle of rose oil. And that is a little bit more of an extreme example, but that just goes to show like how condensed and how potent these oils are. There's also a lot of oils that are under $20 that Young Living sells. You know, so some of them are a bit on the pricier side because of the potency, but there's also a lot that you know, are fairly budget friendly and, you know, under $20. And again, you know, comparing it to cheap oils that you can buy at the store, keeping in mind the quality and what are you getting for that price, and what else is in it, and it doesn't have as much of a therapeutic value, essentially. So ditch and switch. If you ever use or have used air fresheners, essential oils is a great thing to switch out. No more air fresheners. They have a ton of toxic chemicals in them. The term fragrance is in a lot of ingredient labels, and basically means it could be anything. Like fragrance literally could be anything, meaning it could be a chemical, it could be toxic, and they can just call it fragrance. So it's best to avoid air fresheners of any kind. Even some candles can contain like toxic substances. So by diffusing essential oils, you get the benefits of fresh air and, you know, what you're going for without the toxic stuff. And beyond the oils, Young Living has a ton of other products that have oils in them, pre-mixed and ready to go too. They have vitamins and supplements, they have a babies and kids line, they have a cleaning line, they have natural makeup line, they have the Ningxia Red, which is the antioxidant drink. So all these different products that use oil, so you really can start ditching out some of your old products that might have more harmful ingredients in them, or, you know, you're just not sure even what's in it. Switch it out to purely plant-based, chemical-free products. And if you download, there's an app called the Think Dirty app, where you can look up some of your products. You can look up like different shampoos and face creams and cleaning products, and it gives it a rating whether or not it has certain chemicals in it, and whether or not it's like safe, basically. So you'd be super surprised about how many common things you have that actually have a lot of harmful chemicals in them. There's another really good website called the Environmental Working Group. And if you go on that website, you can look up pretty much any kind of ingredient. So if you take, you know, whatever cleaner, whatever face lotion, whatever, look at the ingredient list, and then a lot of it is like some name you can't even pronounce, but take that ingredient and plug it in to the Environmental Working Group website and look it up, and it'll tell you all about that, and if it's, you know, toxic, what it is, what it does, the harmful effects. So then you can get to know, like when you look at the ingredient label, if you see that ingredient, you're like, no, I don't want that. So that's a really good resource. So this one's about Ningxia Red, I mentioned a little bit earlier. I just wanted to go in a little bit about what was in Ningxia Red. It has the antioxidant power of 8 oranges, 4 pounds of carrots, 18 amino acids, 21 trace minerals, 2 pounds of beets, 6 essential fatty acids, 3 cups of raspberries, 2 cups of blueberries. All of that in 1 ounce. This is not like that's what's in the bottle. That's what's in 1 ounce. So this is some concentrated stuff, but really great for just infusing your body with those antioxidants. So this is where, like, if you're interested in learning how to get some into Young Living essential oils, they have a starter kit that you can get. And the starter kit has all of those oils that I mentioned just now. So all those 12 oils, along with a couple of packets of the Ningxia Red and some of the Thieves as a hand sanitizer and a spray as well, and the diffuser that you see in there. So you get all those oils in a package with the diffuser. If you do get the starter kit with me, then I give you $25 back via PayPal. And so you would be getting it. It's $165, so you'd be getting it or for $145. And you get all of those things, plus you get access to our private Facebook groups and a lot of other freebies, which I will share here. This is the monthly wellness box where you can get points back for things if you do auto ship, and you can continue to get products. They have a great auto ship program. These are just some other items that you might want to get that I found on Amazon to help with, like different spray bottles and roller bottles and some other ingredients that you can use to make cleaning products. And there's a lot of stuff that are pretty inexpensive that you can help to make DIY stuff and make your essential oils last a really long time. So what else can you get when you sign up for a starter kit? So you get wholesale membership, meaning you get 24% off everything on the website. There's no monthly fee, so you don't have to buy something monthly if you don't want to. You don't have to pay anything. Once you get the starter kit, you don't have to pay anything else from then on if you don't want to. And you don't have to like sell the oils. You're not like forced into the business if you don't want to. So you have options. Like you can just it's just like having a membership at Costco or something, except that you don't even have to pay monthly. You just buy the starter kit once and then you're the wholesale member. And from then on, you get 24% off whatever you want from them. And you get access to our private Facebook groups. There's 2 different Facebook groups. There's one just for product education, like asking questions about oils, or you want information about like different DIYs to make or recipes. There's a lot of good information there. And there's also a business Facebook group if you're interested in the business side. I'll just talk a little bit about the business side for anyone who might be interested. Basically, once you get your starter kit, you'll have your own referral number, and anyone else that you share this with and they want to buy their own starter kit, and then they buy it with your number, and then you get $50 for every starter kit. So if you have friends and family, if you get your starter kit and you have friends and family that you're like, guys, you need this too, like, isn't this great? And then they want to get it, then you'll get $50 for every person. There's also a lot more in terms of like commissions you can get and building an actual business with Young Living, that if you're interested in that, I would be happy to like mentor you and plug you into our business groups, and you make it really easy. There's like tons of resources and free classes that you can teach that are done for you. There's like a ton of stuff that make it easy to get into building a business, especially if you're like a stay-at-home mom or you're you know, wanting to do a business from home, you can really just do it at whatever hours that you want to. There's a lot of freedom in it. But if you also just want to like share with a couple people and get that $50 referral, you can do that too. So there's really no obligations at all with that, but just opportunity if you want it. I also, if you do get a starter kit, I send a welcome package for free from me. Basically, if you buy a starter kit, you're buying it from Young Living, you're not buying it from me. So it's not like I have a inventory of stuff. You're really buying it from Young Living with my referral number. But I personally will also send you this welcome package. So you get a spray bottle with a really pretty thieves label on it, where you can make your own cleaner, household cleaner. I also give 3 roller bottles with really pretty labels that you can start filling up and making some of your own blends. And then a ton of other welcome diffuser recipes and information cards to get you started. And I have this promotion kind of going on with this class. For the first 2 people that get their kit, they will also get these freebies. So you get another oil, longevity oil, which can be taken internally and help promotes longevity, basically. Help promotes health and supporting the systems of your body. So you get that, another oil, you get a lavender lip balm, and you get a lavender lotion. So all that on top of, for the first 2 people to get their kit. So next question, how do you get a kit? How do you sign up? So there's a couple different options. Option 1 is that you can go through my Instagram page. I have a link in my bio where you can click through. So if you go to my Instagram, is Poems and Doves Essentials. Click the link in my bio, and there will be something called Get Your Premium Starter Kit. Then you would click on that, click Purchase Kit, and then it would reroute you to the Young Living website where you purchase, and my enroller number and everything should be automatically populated in that. But another option is if you go straight to the Young Living website, youngliving.com, and choose Become a Member. You just fill out all your information, and then when you get to the part where it asks for a sponsor enroller number, you would put in my number. And this is my number, so my number is 351-374. And it's also on my website to find that. You can opt in or out of the monthly auto ship program, which is called Essential Rewards. So the good thing about if you opt in, you can use your starter kit as your first purchase. And so right away, you'll get 10% back and you'll get a free oil. Young Living gives a free promo oil every month. The one this month is citronella. So you would get a free citronella oil, which is really good for like repelling mosquitoes and bugs and things like that. It's really good for the summer. But yeah, each month you get a free oil and 10% back in points that you can apply towards getting free oils in the future. So you can cancel at any time. So it honestly makes sense to at least get it for the first with your starter kit, because you can get free stuff with it and you can cancel if you want. Basically, you would have to, what you would be doing is you would be choosing at the checkout process, you would also be choosing items that you want delivered for the following month. So it would take you to the page where you look through and so you say, okay, I want to get this, this, and this for next month. And as long as it's at least $50 to $100 worth of stuff, then you'll be eligible. So some things that I recommend if you're like, oh, I wouldn't know what to get next, I recommend any of the Thieves cleaning products. So like the Thieves household cleaner, or they have Thieves toothpaste, Thieves mouthwash. Any Thieves product is a really good one to try. Any of the Ningxia Red is really great to try too. You will be getting 2 sample packets, but they do sell bigger amounts of Ningxia Red. And they also just sell, you can peruse through different single oils and blends. They also have the kids lines. You can look through the kids stuff and get something specific to there. So basically that's it. If you opt into Essential Rewards, you'll be picking your order for the following month. Otherwise, you would just click no and move on. And that's it. So if anyone has any questions with that, if you're confused or if you're kind of on the fence, feel free to reach out, message me. We could talk about it some more. Or if you have any questions, I'll try and answer them. So the giveaway, I have a giveaway for this time, and I know I've gone way over time. So those who stuck with me are superstars. It looks like, let me just see. Oh. Hold on. Okay, I just messed up there. Here's the comments. Okay, I'm looking for the comments. So anyone, it looks like some people probably had to leave early. For those, I can't really actually see who's still here. Okay, April says, I don't know if you talked about using the oils in candles. Do you mean like making candles with oils? Or using oils, just like dropping them on a candle? Yeah, let me know what exactly you mean by that about the candles, and I'll try and answer. Otherwise, so for the names that are left, I'm going to just put them in kind of a random name generator, making them and using drops. Yeah, you could totally, like if you know how to make candles or you like making your own candles, you can totally add essential oils to them. And it would be a lot more pure than candles that you buy that might have some kind of fragrance or some kind of essential oil in it, but that's not like as pure. So you could totally do that. All right, so I'm going to just I'm going to go to a name generator and put all the names of the people that were here, and then it'll randomly choose someone for the giveaway. And it looks like only 2 people. Only 2 people. Okay, so I will be doing this. Bear with me. As I get also, if oh good, you're welcome. Any other questions, you can just make a comment too as I'm doing this. If you have any other questions or comments, you can put them in while I'm over here. Oh, now I'm not seeing. Okay. There's only a few names here, so it's just going to be like you have a high chance of winning. So I do appreciate you sticking with me this long, everyone who is here still. Okay. Here we go, and okay, so April. And the winner is Elizabeth. Oh, Elizabeth, are you still here? Oh, she said, thank you so much for the class. Maybe she had to leave. Well, I will try and get in touch with her. Or you know what I think I'm gonna do? I actually have, there's 2 people left watching, it looks like. I do have 2 of these lemon hand soaps, and I think because you guys really stuck with me out to the end,